Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike from Auto Glass Direct. Today, I'm going to be talking about how to open a auto glass business. I really think this is an important subject because it's something that's asked on a regular basis in the auto glass community, especially on the Facebook group pages. Guys are working for somebody or they work for Safelite and they're ready to go out on their own and they just don't know where to start. They don't know where to begin. There's so many different variables to how to open the business, to get the business rolling, and it takes time. And you definitely need patience. That's one thing I'm going to stress: is you need patience. This doesn't happen overnight. It takes a lot of time, and you got to put in the work, and you really, really need to grind. So, how to open an auto glass business? First thing you need to do is you need to have an emergency fund. You have to have at least 6 months of expenses put away for yourself and your family before you go out on your own. And the reason for doing this is because you never know what's going to happen. Economy could change. You could get hurt. Your vehicle could break down. There's so many different things that could happen. So I really suggest having an emergency fund set in place before you even bother going out on your own. So start saving as soon as possible. Me personally, I started literally with nothing. I would say it was different times then, but now because with inflation and everything going on in the economy and how everything's been the last few years, I really suggest having that 6 months put away at least. So let's move on. So you want to open a business. You got to go to your state. You got to get an EIN number, and you have to file for a business and take the steps. You could be a corp, a C corp, S corp, or LLC. I'm not an accountant, so I won't give you advice on that, but I'll just let you know that's how that's what you need to open a business. I don't really recommend a sole proprietor because you're legally binded to any issues that happen. I really prefer an LLC, but that's speak to your accountant, find an accountant, and see what they say. You got to open a bank account. All right, you're gonna go to the bank. You're gonna show them that you open your business, and you're gonna open your bank account, make an initial deposit for the business. You want to make it as large as possible because now that's going to be a full write-off in the beginning, the next following tax season for the previous year. You have to find a payment processor. You want to find a payment processor. Take credit cards. You have to take credit cards. It's 2022. Everybody takes credit cards. You cannot operate just taking cash. It's not worth it. You don't build a business like that. You have to take credit cards. You have to take checks. Do not go to a check cashing place and try to be funny and be slick. That does not work no more. This is 2022. Everything's accounted for. You will never be worth anything. Your business will never be worth $1 if you don't show how much you're making. Apply for a business credit card. Another important thing, you need credit. Make sure your credit's squared away. Try to get your score at least above 650 so that you could personally guarantee a business credit card. And a business credit card comes in very handy when you need to buy glass and you're floating money, especially if you start dealing with insurance companies or dealing with dealerships that take 30 to 90 days to pay. It's very, very important. I stress that. Get your credit straight. It will help you. It will make things easier. And then you just sign up for a business credit card and you personally guarantee it. It's called the PG. So if you have a default, they come after you personally, and they're just vouching. You're vouching that you're backing up that you're going to make those payments. I've had business credit cards for a long time now, and I recently bought a new truck, and I actually was able to finance it directly just through the business. I didn't have to personally guarantee anything, which was great. But it took time. It's been years in the making. You have to set up with the distributors. So you got to find the distributors that are located in your area. If you're like coming from Safelite, most likely you don't even know where the distributors are because they give you all the glass you need to go out for the day. Find the distributors. Find who the salesmen are or saleswomen. Speak to if you go into you go out to the parking lot where the distributors, maybe talk to the other glass guys around. Make some friends. Communicate. See what's going on. And then they'll tell you, what the deal is, or, go to this distributor, go to that distributor. It's good to make friends. Contact your salesman or saleswoman, and I will just call it a salesperson. Contact them, and they'll set you up in an account. Some of them might open it up. Some of them might not. It really depends. But when you come prepared, and you could fill out a credit card authorization form. Not a debit card. I really suggest credit card. So everything's at the end of the month on the statement. You can take care of your balancing, your bookkeeping. But go there with, your credit card set up, your bank account set up, have all that ready to go. So when you get there and you speak to the salesman, he asks for, your tax ID and, the rest of the stuff, you're able to just email everything over without no issues. Goes nice and smooth. You'll look more professional. So that's definitely going to help you in the long run. Business insurance. So at first, it's going to be a little tough to get business insurance, especially because you're not established, but you have to get it. So I'm pretty sure each state varies, but they have programs. It can be anywhere. I don't know exactly how much to me. My business insurance isn't cheap, but I have a bigger operation. So I'm just going to say my first time I got business insurance, I think it was like $1,400 a month. I paid monthly because at the time I really didn't have the $1,400 to just pay it in full, which is fine. You can make installments. You could call a couple of your local agents, see if they have a hookup with business insurance. I'm sure they'll help you out. Business cards. Oh, I'm going to go back to that. Vehicle. Get a van or a pickup truck. You want something that's as presentable as possible, especially if you're trying to sell your customer. Appearance means a lot. So a clean van, you don't want something that's rusted through. And if that's all you can afford, and that's what you need to get going, and that's what you're going to use is a rusted out van, but it runs, you could do that. But it just looks better when you're more prepared and you have a nice clean van, and the customers will be different. People are judgmental, so they're going to judge how you look at first, especially when you first pull up to the job. I see some of these guys at the distributor covered in urethane, dirty clothes, vans. They look like someone just took the whole dumpster and put it in the back of their van. Don't be that guy. Be clean, meticulous. That's how you have clean work, and you get a good reputation like that. Business cards. Do not go cheap on your business cards. Buy the best business cards you could afford. I suggest spot UV, foil on the cards. The fancy cards will pay you back 10 times over. My business cards, I don't know if I have one with me. I do have them. So business cards are really important. My business cards have multiple times. I walk into a dealership a couple of years ago and be like, hey, I do a little glass. Can I speak to the service manager? And I give them a business card, and they say, wow, that's the nicest business card I've seen. And they remember you. So you want to make that impression. But this is one of them. I have multiples, but this is a foil card, and it's pretty thick considering it's like the size of a credit card. Love these cards. I had a local guy do this, and this is my personal business card. Once again, foil, fancy, not as thick as the other ones. Those cards are almost like 70 cents a piece, the thick ones. Very, very important. But get the best ones that you could afford. Website. You have to have a website. No matter what, it's 2022. Going into 2023, need a website. It has to be good. It's very easy. A lot of people do web design. You could do it yourself if you had that skill. But, for a couple $100, I'm sure you can find somebody off one of your Facebook pages locally, and they'll hook you up. But, you buy a domain and all that good stuff. And then you get set. You want to sign up for Google, because you might want to do Google Ads. It depends on some people. Just do used car dealerships and body shops and dealers, and that's free because you could just walk in and give you a business card. But if you're going to start advertising on Google Ads, you're going to have to spend some money, and you're going to have to get set up on that. Marketing strategy, I would suggest hitting the streets, door knocking, just dropping off cards every place you see. And, if you want to work in a 10-mile radius, a 20-mile radius, whatever, I would one day sit there, map out all the repair shops, map out all the dealerships, and then one day go to each style of places, so either a dealer or used car dealer or a body shop, and go out and hit them. I mean, everything in that 10-mile radius, hit it hard, give out cards, show your face, and you got to bring value to customers. You got to show, you have to, I can't tell you how to sell getting customers, but my thing is I focus on giving them value. I tell them what they want to hear, and I try to make things as easy as possible for them. We started with emailing. It's very helpful. It helps with having some sort of trail. The phone sometimes, especially when you just first start and you're on your own, you're answering phones, you're doing the jobs, it could get really confusing at times. So text messages and emails, I really suggest that helps a lot. People like that. It's a lot easier to just shoot a text or shoot an email than, call somebody up, then you got to wait on the phone for the price and all that good stuff. Another thing is just have patience. Just have patience. It takes time. You're not going to go out in 3-4 months and then all of a sudden, have this huge business. It doesn't happen like that. Like, it takes time. Like, so I'm like in my 8th year of business, and, we grind hard, and, our numbers are great, and we just have a presence in our area. Do not be the cheapest person out there. Do not tell people you do $50 RNIs. Do not tell people you'll beat anybody's price, because there's people that are going to be real cheap, and you're not going to make any money like that. Urethane's expensive, glass is expensive, charge accordingly. RNIs, I wouldn't do nothing less than 150 in, 150 out. You gotta, you're saving them money and you're saving them time, especially if you can't find like a quarter glass or a back glass. It's a new car. You have to charge accordingly. Do not let them dictate your pricing. You are the one in control. You tell them how much it is. You tell them this is what my cost is. Don't negotiate. I never negotiated pricing. Once somebody tries to negotiate a price with me, that's it. I'm done. I'll cut them off. No matter how desperate I am, I can't operate like that. It just doesn't work. It will bite you in the ass in the long run. Cheap prices attract cheap people. Cheap people will give you the biggest headaches, no matter what. Yeah, you have your 98 Corolla, the molding isn't completely perfect. They're going to break your chops. You do not want to deal with that. And just keep grinding. You got to grind. And that's really it. You got to work your ass off. I wouldn't say at first you need to get into the ADOS game, but it's very important to get it, because you're going to need some money to buy the equipment. Unless you have good credit, you could finance it, and you could float, spending a couple $100s a month extra. But definitely look into getting into ADOS. It's a big bonus. We make a lot more money than we used to because of ADOS. And it's really driving the industry forward, because it's just opening new doors to make more margin, and more margin makes everybody happy. And that's about it, guys. I'm sure there's things I missed, but I just wanted to make another video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Till next time, peace out, guys.